Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Let's just get things going with Crash Together.
Crashed together. The planet had no name, at least not one that he knew. It was a smear of ochre dust and violet sky, with mountains like broken teeth and storms that came without warning. For months, Commander Hale had been the only living thing on it. His ship, the Emberline, was nothing but a shattered husk now, its reactor dead, its hull torn open like a can. He'd built a little camp from the remains, kept himself alive on ration powder and condensation. He spoke to himself, to the wind, to the ship's fading AI logs. He started calling the planet Company, because at least it never left. Then one morning, the sky screamed again. A fireball streaked across the horizon and slammed into the northern ridge. The shockwave hit minutes later, rattling his shelter and knocking his tools to the ground. Hale ran toward the smoke, his heart hammering. It was the first new sound he'd heard in months that wasn't wind or his own breath. When he reached the crater, he saw it, another ship, broken and burning, and beside it, a figure crawling free. The newcomer's name was Rix. He was younger, sharper, still wearing his officer's pride-like armor even as ash coated his flight suit. "Oh, thank God," Hale said, laughing and weeping at once. "You're alive! You're here!" Rix just stared at him. "You're happy about this?" he snapped. "We're both crashed, old man. This planet kills metal. It eats guidance systems, and we use flight. There's no getting out." Hale didn't mind the anger. He was too busy smiling. Maybe, but I'm not alone anymore. For days, Rix avoided him, throwing himself into salvaging what he could from his ship, the Helios Dart. Hale watched from a distance at first, then began to help quietly. He handed over tools, offered advice, brought him food. Eventually, Rix stopped telling him to leave. Together they worked, piece by piece, welding and wiring under that violet sky. Hale even stripped the last intact thrusters from the Emberline, bolting them onto Rix's ship. "If one of us can make it," he said, "then both of us can." For the first time, Rix didn't argue. When the engines roared to life weeks later, both men cheered. They strapped in, the rebuilt vessel trembling beneath them. The sky opened like a wound, the gravity wells screamed, and just when they thought they'd broken free, the same unseen force ripped them down again. The crash was worse this time. Fire, smoke, pain, and silence. When Hale awoke, Rix was there beside him, staring up at the stars. "Guess the planet wins," Rix muttered. Hale coughed out a laugh. "Guess so." They sat together, watching the horizon burn into night. "Maybe," Rix said finally. "It's not so bad, not being alone." Hale nodded. "No, not bad at all." And so, under the endless violet sky of the nameless world, two broken men built a small fire from the wreckage and stayed together. Crashed, but not alone.
Well, that's another one where it was so close to ending with the title, like I always like, but it didn't quite say it. It crashed together, not alone. And it's like, oh, so close to just saying crash together, but yeah, I like this story. Um, I know it's a little bleak in that they didn't actually make it off the planet and they're stuck together, but it's the idea that they learn to work together. They're not alone in the universe, even if they are trapped there on their little planet. It's it's the minor victory of learning to communicate with another person rather than the great victory of actually getting your shit together and getting off the planet. And so I wish I would have added little details about how the second ship had better resources and something to sustain them for long periods of time. But you can imagine that. I mean, I never actually said that the second ship didn't have supplies of some kind. It's just mentioned that he was living off rations when it was just him in the first ship. But that's just a little detail that I like to focus on sometimes. But yeah, uh, let me know what you thought of this story. I'm always looking for comments. And as always, my name is Joseph Arthur Roszell. Thanking you for watching. I want to wish you all the luck in the world. And I want you to remember that I love you. All right. Peace out.